What's up, guys? Today we're going to be going over the Trinity Ghoul Catalyst, which is absolutely insane. One of the best exotics in the game with this Catalyst. And the way you get this Catalyst is by just doing strike completions. All three of my fire team members got it on our very first strike of the DLC. So I'm assuming it's a very high drop rate, and you probably already have it if you have done any strikes. So that is how you get it. And once you have the Catalyst, all you need to do to upgrade it is to get kills with the weapon. And it's going to be 400, I believe, which is the normal amount for exotic Catalyst. So what I did is go into the Whisper of the Worm mission and go to the Thrall room. And it only took roughly 30 minutes to get all of the kills done. So 1.5 runs of Whisper, so I did have to reload it. You can also go into Last Wish on Shiro-Chi. You can do it there, but you have to enter the code on the wish wall to get into that encounter. Then once you have it upgraded, the Catalyst perk is Lightning Rod now triggers from any arc damage final blow, which is very important and very good, as you'll see here in a few seconds. If you don't know what Lightning Rod is, it's exotic perk where once you get a precision kill with the bow, you then have Lightning Rod, which means your next arrow will have chain lightning on impact. But now with the Catalyst perk on, they don't need a precision hit to get the perk. You just need any arc final blow, which means a body shot with the bow, any arc ability. The only thing that doesn't work is if you have a different arc weapon, for example an arc sword. If you get a kill with it, it does not work. You need the bow in your hands when you get an arc final blow to proc lightning rod. But most importantly, this means once you have lightning rod procced, every kill with the chain lightning then reprocs lightning rod on the next arrow. So it's gonna be an infinite chain forever once you proc it once, as long as you get a kill every single time. And this little change instantly makes this weapon insanely good, pretty much god tier along with some of the other best exotic primaries in the game. Like, imagine Risk Runner without needing to take arc damage to get the perk procced, but with more range and bow form. That is pretty much what this is. Once you get your first lightning rod, as long as you're killing red bars every single time with every single shot, this scene is extremely powerful. And what makes this bow so silly is the fact that you don't even need to aim. You literally can just tap the trigger and it will spread out the 3 arrows into a large area of chain lightning, which means you don't have to aim, and you get a bigger radius of the chain lightning, which means you'll get more kills and the best chance of keeping the chain going and having lightning rod on every single arrow. I actually really like this bow when it came out. I used it in Last Wish runs all the time when we were just doing our weekly completion. I used it in Shiro-Chi, and my friends all made fun of me for using it, but now it's actually one of the best exotic primaries in the game, pretty much right up there with things like Sunshot and Risk Runner. I'm not gonna go crazy and say, oh my god, this is like the most amazing thing ever, because when you really think about it, other exotic primaries kind of do similar things. For example, like I've been saying, Sunshot and Risk Runner, maybe even Graviton Lance, they all have really good chain ag clear potential. So I wouldn't necessarily say this is way better than those other options. I'm saying at worst, it's equally as good as those other options, and definitely worth your exotic slot now. And with this video, I wanted to make a build with this bow, and there's not really too much you can do in terms of mod builds with bows, but the one thing I found was a charge with light build, where you use Taken Charge, which is when you pick up an orb of light, you become charged with light, and since this is Masterwork now, you get a lot of orbs. On a single time, you get a double kill. Pair that with stacks on stacks to get 2 stacks of charge with light per orb you pick up. Then finally, you can do whatever you want with your stacks of charge with light. But one thing that I found was high energy fire, which is going to be that little buff every single time you're charged with light. You can also use something like protective light with your stacks. That way, whenever you get red bar, it's going to be very hard to die. And that'll be helpful in things like the dungeon and harder activities in the game. But just for general play, higher energy fire is pretty good. Once you get a double kill, you'll get an orb, get 2 stacks of charge with light. Then for your next 2 kills, you'll be doing more damage. And by the time you get rid of both your stacks, you then get another orb. Then you rinse and repeat and have that buff forever pretty much. And this is also really good if you pair this with a sword. Whenever you get to a high health single target or a boss, you can use a sword for your main DPS. Then you also have charge with light for that higher energy fire, so it's a really good combo for boss damage also. So that's one cool build I found with this bow. You don't really need to build with this bow to make it good, it's just good as is. But I think that's gonna be a thing I'm gonna try to do in most of my videos with new exotics or new weapons. Try to show off at least one build that is cool with that new exotic, new weapon, whatever it is. And I think that's gonna be something I'm gonna try to do in every video. Anyways, that's pretty much gonna be it for the video. This exotic is insane, and I think exotic primaries pretty much have to be insane to be worth using, and this is definitely one of them. So I can definitely see myself running this with a sword all the time this season, because of the fact that swords are really good for single target damage as is. So you can really free up exotic slot in either your primary or your special. So this is one I can definitely see myself using. Anyways, let me know what you think about this bow. The rest of the video will just be strike gameplay. If you want to watch some of it, go ahead. If you want to tune out now, this is the end of the commentary. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.